Los Rico, where I've already got a little bit of planning going here. Um, Looks like our industrial area. So give you guys a brief breakdown. This is the city of Los Rico. This is our residential area. There's a little bit of commercial we've zoned in. We've got mainly just regular roads for now. We're only a city of 300 people. So you guys are gonna kind of see from the start of the game, I've just started a little bit of the building process to make sure I wanted it on the channel. You guys want to leave me some comments below, it'd be greatly appreciated. To destroy that like button, comment, whatever you see I'm doing wrong, whatever you like seeing, all that fun stuff. As you can see here, we've got quite a sprawling metropolis. I mean, just look at that view. Some of the early views from this game. This game lets you be the architect. So right now, as you can see, the little Sims walking around, trying to establish kind of a downtown area. I like the terracing effect we got going on here. It looks a little wonky, like that looks pretty bad. But unfortunately, some of the vanilla version of this game, there's really not much I can do about it. So we're just going to continue to grow our city. Kind of have a plan at this point. This is going to be this right here is going to be a major road. This road that I'm going alongst. As you can see, I kind of have our highway connection here. This eventually will turn into a major highway as of right now. See, I got some more plans for industrial up here. A little bit of commercial zoning and stuff like that. But right now, got a lot zoned. So let's do some residential. There seems to be, so on the right hand side of the bottom bar there, you'll see what the kind of the needs of the city are. And you see right now we need some industrial and we need some residential. It's just our city's growing. So as the city grows, you need more services. So pretty soon here we'll need schools and stuff to have educated people, educated workers. What I might do too is when I get some money, there we go. We have reached the little hamlet, so we can now include taxes to our citizens. Oh, gotta love taxes. Loans, garbage, healthcare. So these are all become needs of our city. So as you can see, we're gonna need garbage collection, elementary school, medical clinics, recycling centers, that sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I want to connect our road first here. So I like using the freeform tool. It kind of gives me some more freedom to kind of just curve a road how I want. So as you see here, we just essentially made that connection. And I'm also going to connect to this. So I like to do a little bit of connectivity. And that will help our grid pattern kind of grow. We'll do another road across here. And as you see, these little boxes will require us to do some stuff. So, unfortunately, we got a little bit of pollution here as well. So, remember, we need that. We need garbage collection. Garbage collection we want in an area that is well served. See, they're not going to care about I don't care about garbage next to the wind turbine. So, we got garbage collection. And let's do an elementary school because I want citizens of Los Rico to be well educated. And we're gonna put that there. That will service almost all of our citizens here. And then from there, so it looks like we have some more commercial uses. So put commercial uses there and there. Like I said, this is going to be a major drag. I mean, I don't like houses being here. We'll probably have to take those for eminent domain at some point. But I'm going to start growing our city. So we've got a little house there. And I'm being very measured, obviously, with our building, because I don't want to get too far ahead of where our zoning is. Zoning's an important aspect of this game. So let's throw some industrial uses next to our waste plant. So at some point, we got that, so it's just a connection right now. Let's go into our areas. So I like to use this inspect tool, and let's turn our intersections off. So City Skylines does throw random intersections into us here and there. They don't do it on the dirt trails. Once we upgrade these roads, that's going to be way down the line, though. We're just a population of 700 people right now. So, as you can tell, we got kind of a sprawling metropolis. I got two ways we get through. See, now it's nighttime. I've got the day-night cycle set in this, so that I really can. I like the experience of night and day. So, at some point, we're going to work on naming some of the roads here. Right now, like I said, just kind of letting the city grow. Let the city do what it needs to do. We got some residential areas here. So what I also want to make sure I do too is I want to make sure, let's make sure we have enough electricity. We do not. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to pause it here. Do I have enough money to do what I want to do? No, I did not. I need $1,900. So what I plan on doing is getting a coal power plant. Coal power plant for us will unfortunately do better. We're probably going to take a little bit of eminent domain here. Wipe out some of these warehouses. We'll demolish that. Demolish this. And unfortunately, coal lets us just operate better. I don't have to worry about power as much. So you look at this. I am using 18 of 40. So power is not going to be a concern for us for a little bit. And that's ultimately going to help the growth of Los Rico. Because obviously when you start getting above your means of power, it becomes an issue. So I'm going to go along Hunter Drive here. Let's zone some more residential here on Hunter. We'll do both sides of Hunter. Because, I mean, there's a huge population boom. We're going to grow. So, as you can tell from a traffic pattern, it looks like that's not the right tool. So, obviously our water availability is high. Fire safety education. Let's see. We need some health care at some point. Healthcare is in need of our citizens. Important thing is keeping that buffer, so let's go to our roads tool. Just look at the traffic patterns for a second. So it looks like told you this is a major road. I'm going to have to upgrade this sooner than later, unfortunately, just to handle the traffic. So, let's start the upgrade now. Unfortunately, this is going to cost Los Rico a bit of money, but it's going to be what it needs to be for the future of the city. And unfortunately, the way this game works, I'm going to take a bunch of eminent domain, but like I said, this is going to be a major road for Los Rico. And go figure, we're out of money already. But as you can see here, with it being a major road, whoa, what happened there? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I see what happened here. Temporary issue. Okay, we also got to do something I don't want to do, but we're going to raise our taxes to 12% in this game is what the maximum the Sims will take. Unfortunately, we're quite negative right now because all of our stuff is shut off. I didn't recognize upgrading that road was going to cause as big of an issue as it was, so let's zone that to industrial real quick, and that will link those two up together. So this game relies on kind of a grid system. So unfortunately, this is just heavily relying on industrial traffic. So, but with upgrading that now, we solve some hassle for later. I don't like industrial being there, but I think it's just going to be a part of Las Rico. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to the early start of this game, it's really hard to kind of plan out what you want to do, just because you got to figure out what works for the land. So, currently as it stands right now, we have a lot of demand for industrial, because I believe that's what's pulling jobs in. And industrial just causes a lot of want. So, like I said, I really don't like doing this. So I really don't like the massive pollution it's doing, but it's just, unfortunately, the game is just desperately calling for more industrial because we need more jobs for our citizens. So this is going to be, unfortunately, probably a little bit for a mill town for a little bit so we can get some money in for some services. As you can see, all that ground pollution is just not that great. Luckily, palm trees seem to be quite resilient to ground pollution for whatever reason. Don't know why that is. Let's throw some water over. So, there we go. Unfortunately, industrial just drives the traffic demand up. So, the thing is, the way you see this built, I've kind of built for future growth of Las Rico. And we're kind of just got to grow into that growth. So, as you can see, we're having a big demand for some residential area. And we're going to do it. We're just going to expand Kathleen Hunter Drive. So as you can see, we gotta have that big demand. I'd like trucks to make that a priority road. I think that's gonna be our next upgradable road. Now, as you guys can see, I'm being very selective with what I allow for zoning. Realistically speaking, see. Ooh, we got a city of 1,000 people. Okay, so now districts, policies, a second loan, emergency services, police department, forestry, agriculture. So those new industrial specializations, as I have the industrial DLC, I have almost all the DLCs for this game. Self-sufficient buildings, organic local produce. So we're gonna need police and fire. So, and then there's some different policies and stuff that we may use later on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slow down this, and we gotta think to ourselves, what does Los Rico need more? And quite frankly, I feel like a police department. The problem is that these are both expensive, so it's 12 grand for a police department. City of 1,000 people, I foresee a fire breaking out more than anything else, and I kind of want to have a fire department in between my local area. So, and closer to the industrial area. So let's hit those up with the fire. Remember, we also have a medical need as well. So, and I don't like loading those on so much of that. So, you know, we're going to put it all on Kathleen Hunter Drive. So that leaves Los Rico with $8,000. Luckily, we are operating in the green, so so let's look at our healthcare is good. Our kids are being treated and educated. Crime rate's kind of low. Our fire hazard's much better. So realistically, Los Rico, see there's a fire. Oh, that's a medical unit. Look at that. Ambulance driving around, getting sick people. So realistically what I want to do is I want to make the upgrades necessary here. So I want this to be a major collector for us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna inspect this road, and I want this to be a priority road. So essentially what that's gonna do is that's gonna force some of our industrial traffic. I want it to go up this way and not be going through my residential area. That will help traffic flow so my citizens can get where they need to go. As you can see, as the city grows, so at some point, I think Kathleen Hunter is going to be a big road. Let's, we want to free form. So we've created Finch Drive. Finch Drive comes in. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to increase connectivity. So connectivity is big. We need some law enforcement apparently over there. As you can see, our city is just taken off. So, and apparently crime is something that's taken over Los Rico. Seeing calls for police. So as you can see, we've got some connectivity here. So and as you upgrade roads, so unfortunately, since that industrial area is right next to. Alright. We're gonna call this downtown Los Rico. So this district is gonna be downtown. Let's rename it downtown. Well, actually, you know, we'll name it Old Town. Old Town, or unfortunately, we have a crime issue. We need police in this city, something fierce. So, you know what? We're gonna just look at that. We unfortunately have crime everywhere. We have cops zooming everywhere. Criminals are now being brought to justice. And at this point, I think Los Rico. You know, I can see a total use in this area right here, the Hemlock District. We're going to make this a local produce district, which means our areas that we put there are going to be markets and stuff. Let our citizens eat produce. And I think this is going to be a great node right here for our citizens who visit Los Rico to just go grocery shopping. Apparently we have some water issues over in our Hemlock District. Get those taken care of. And as you can see, demand is through the roof for residential. People want to come to Los Rico, which is great. We just got to build out for it. So, fortunately, I got to create this roundabout here. So, and as you guys can see, Los Ricos is growing. So why I also did this is do here is we're going to zone this area out. Franklin Park. So what I like about this is I actually can change up the district style. So that just gives a different representation. So, and I like University City. The buildings there look pretty. And it's nice. So let's build some water. Let's get some water going over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just zone out some more residential area. Let our residents fly. So why I'm doing this like this, we're going to put some commercial businesses here along the street here. So I'm going to let that zone in. And you guys will see here in a second the different views of the modern city buildings. So they generally have more trees and stuff. It makes them look really nice. See what I'm talking about? Where they have some trees and stuff. Some different kind of different trees. I'm just gonna let this grow. And at some point, we gotta start thinking about connectivity. I believe we're offering all our services at this point. Unfortunately, I do want a solution for trash at some point, because trash does get in the way. We're probably gonna build a recycling center at some point. Recycling lets us recycle. It also lets me do, so the districts let me do different policies for different districts. So let's go look what we have for policies. So we have power usage, which energy conservation is important. The best way to do so is installing energy meters in buildings. Moderately reduce energy, it costs 5 cents per building. So water usage. And then these are the rest of the policies. Obviously they open up more as we get bigger. So right now, apparently, these shops right here are having a hard time finding workers. Which, the public markets do have land now, but we're not going to expand our city yet. Los Rico just wants to build what it's at currently. We got some stunning views over here. Yep, that's so this is going to be high land values. Don't mind that. Alexa off. So, Los Rico, let's see, what do we... It looks like we gotta start thinking about our power again, as we are quickly approaching our power needs. Unfortunately, power is something you do kind of struggle with in this game. At least in the early beginning of it. Plan for the city as of right now. Like, I mean, I've got some ideas and stuff. We're in a tropical area, so, but I kind of want to, before I start looking at expanding, I want to expand probably that way first. There's a forest area there. Why the reason I did that too? All different connectivity points. So, nighttime, we get the nice nighttime view. And right now it looks like, what am I schooling? Okay, so, elementary schools. Look at that elementary school, we're teaching kids right now. So, we don't want any of those landmarks yet. These landmarks do not do anything for us right now. Quite frankly, I'm just going to let this sim for a little bit. And that way we can let the city of Los Ricos just grow. Ooh, we got a water issue there. Okay, let's get on that. We're going to use a little bit of, damn it, we need to bury under these. Ooh, and we're up to 1,600 people. We have park policies, event policies, landscaping. Landscaping is important. Pet ban, smoking ban, parks and recreation. See, we're starting to unlock a lot of stuff here. Fine for fireworks, animal ethics, night tours. So it unlocks a lot of stuff for us. Canals, park, fences, high school. High school is one of the first things we're going to work on there because we want the city of Los Ricos to be educated. Basketball courts. It opens up a whole bunch of stuff for us. So, but the most important thing there is definitely the high school. And that's one of the first things we're going to build. It's definitely the school. So we want the citizens of Old Town to know they are well educated. And we're going to need to build that second coal power plant because we are quickly running out of power. So unfortunately for Los Ricos, power is going to be a thing we're going to struggle with for a little bit, let's be honest. I mean, it's just going to be what it's going to be. We got quite the build going though. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so we got stuff building here. Got emergency services. We've got a bunch of different stuff we can be doing here. So, canals, fun. I believe we're meeting all our service needs at this point. Yeah, we're not barely using water at all. Power's in a great position. So, at some point we're going to look at putting probably another elementary school over in the Franklin Park area to better serve the Franklin Park needs. Again, just... And that building's on fire. Oh no! Oh, the medical clinic's on fire. Oh no! Fire department is right here. They've got 3 fire engines on the way. Probably gonna... Alright. Looks like we can get ready to zone more of this Franklin Park area with more residences. Alright, let's build the city of Los Rico. So, there we go. We got all kinds of citizens walking around. Like I said, I think we're going to build probably an elementary school. This side to better serve our citizens. So, boom. We're going to better serve our citizens. Fishing. The fishing industry is kind of important to us when it comes to fishing harbors and stuff. Looks like we got shellfish fishing. Where we're at. Fortunately, we're gonna have to probably do that down here. Probably gonna have to buy some. Buy some stock. thing I think Los Rico wants to do, though, is what we're gonna do: some landscaping. And we're gonna do some flood walls. Actually, we're probably gonna do this seawall here. And I think what we're gonna do. Doing there is we are giving a nice simple seawall. Kind of clean up that look. Kind of keep a nice view of the seawall there. Alright, we're working on our educated workers. We gotta start building more houses, unfortunately. We are just having demand for housing. Rico is just gonna have residences here. So that's gonna be a main road through Franklin Park. Let's have some businesses there. One more house there. So, you know what? I think it's almost time to add another fire station. So, neighborhood fire station here is going to serve most of our citizens. But you know what? Let's upgrade this. Let's upgrade this road. Population of 5,000 people, okay. So, as of right now, we're just going to continue to grow our demand for businesses. And you know what? I think we're going to do something a bit crazy. I shouldn't say crazy because I kind of originally planned on this. So what I'd like to do is I think we're going to do industrial way over here. Gary, you ask, how are you going to accomplish that? Right there. Now let's upgrade these roads. Unfortunately for us, this is something that we need to get going. So, yes, I know, I see that we can have industry. The game will periodically save for us too as we're going. So, we asked the question, how are we going to connect? You talked about connectivity. So, as you can see, we connected this road all the way over. What we're doing now industry there. Industry, luckily, industry traffic. Industry relies on close to the highway, as you guys can see there. Need for more residential area. We are just filling up city of Los Rico. So what we're doing here, forgot about over here. We're just kind of planning out our grid. So, and this is going to be a residential area as well. Kind of just doing a lot of residential right now. So at some point that's going to turn into a highway. We're not there yet. Turning it into a highway. So what I think we're going to do, we're going to zone this up in such a way. Prospect Hills. We're going to turn this to University. We're going to do Modern City Center for this one. I like having different mixed building uses, or building looks, just to kind of give that aesthetic. So unfortunately, the citizens of Los Rico have spoken, and they want more area to build. And you know what? The city's going to provide it for them. So, you know, we'll come in. We're going to zone all this residential. You guys have fun with it. We got to start thinking about some parks. This is the one thing we're going to start thinking of. So, small neighborhood parks make a lot of citizens happy. Like I said, those path connections are going to be important to us. Sorry about that. Dogs are going insane. So, and that, you know, just increasing happiness in our citizens will help quite a bit. So, we're going to put a dog park somewhere probably over here off of Franklin. And, you know what, we also need a dog park over here. Let our citizens be happy. Plazas are more meant for our industrial areas, so let's put a gigantic plaza there. Unfortunately, it kills all the trees, but so yeah, making our citizens happy will just increase our productivity. This looks like some fertile land right here. Let's take a look at this real quick. Nope. Well, slight bit of fertile land. Not enough to have farms on it, though. Just not enough to build an actual big farming area. So Prospect Hills, I think, needs more residences. go. We are climbing our way. Postal service, transport, taxi service, recycling, recreational use, marijuana. Ooh. That is going to be cemetery, elder care, child care, taxi depot. All kinds of stuff we're unlocking here. Tank reservoirs. You know what? We gotta start thinking about our death care. Death care is kind of important. The only thing I always find with death care is that it's one of those things you have to place strategically. So we're gonna put it there. See if people can walk to the park. They can walk. I don't know why I did that there. Was we let people go to a park to celebrate life of someone who's passed. We'll probably throw some palm trees in there at some point. Unfortunately, our need to grow is just not stopping. So you know what? We're going to do more industrial over here. What we're going to do is we're going to run a power line. I don't like doing this, but to connect our uses together. Share power. And you know what? No basketball hoop. Keep playing basketball. Crime rate is looking pretty decent. Believe our educated workers. Okay, we got great elementary school availability. Educating a lot of our citizens. You know what we don't have though? We don't have a public library. And I think Los Rico is just begging for a public library. We're gonna put it right here. Let our citizens. Unfortunately, it's close to our cemetery, but you know. Just is what it is. We gotta start thinking about our child health care too. I think that's gonna be just a part of Kathleen Hunter Drive. Child care center. Handles births. Looks like we're having a need for commercial. We're gonna continue amongst. So I also like putting businesses along our major drags. Well, that dinging you keep hearing is buildings leveling up. Road tolls. Here in a little bit we'll be upgrading our roads. I do like using the grass or bike lanes. One thing we are going to do though is we're going to institute a policy of recreational marijuana. I don't partake in recreational marijuana myself, but essentially it's slightly increased tax income, moderately increased tourism. We reduce crime rate, we increase the police's budget, so realistically it helps out most of our citizens. So we do a recreational use policy across the board. going to help. And we must be doing something right, because citizens are flocking to Los Rico. Here in about 3 years, we've gone from a city of 300 people to 3,000 already. So we're growing. Nice sleepy bedroom community is what we're kind of going for with Los Rico. And you know what? We're going to start thinking about our taxis. Oh, we do need a post office. Every small sleepy town needs a post office. So we're going to throw that right here across from the cemetery. The postal service. People need to go to the post office. And you know what? We're also going to throw a taxi stand in because taxi services to our city. See, we got a lot of green on this. Oh, so up to 100%. Our water. Oh. This rapid growth. At our Prospect Hills, Old Town City needs more power. That's news to me. Ooh, we are at 84%. Okay. Apparently we need another coal power plant. Good Lord. Going through a lot of coal. Actually, yeah, we're going to do some more coal. Coal's just more effective right now, unfortunately. We will be upgrading these roads once we hit about 5,000 residents. Unfortunately for us, I think we're going to start having to build towards this way. So let's start planning that out. Briar Rose Park. All right. And let's start thinking about road layout here. We're going to our typical, probably our grid. So we're gonna start expanding our city. We're gonna water line all the way down Briar Rose Park. Alright, and we're gonna we're gonna University City on these ones. So as you guys can tell, I'm being a little cautious with how I do my zoning right now. I really don't want residential along range rags. I mean, I'm going to do it for some of this. Well, this just isn't avoidable though. So, citizens of Los Rico are coming in droves. A couple of years. We are a little over 2 years on this build, 3 years. And we are expanding rapidly. Prospect Hills. So we're going to start upgrading some roads here soon. Just want to hit that mark where I can get bicycle traffic and stuff like that. So, nice sleepy town. Nice view of everything going on here. We're looking pretty good. Growth's good. Built a seawall already for our people. Small playground there, keep a bunch of citizens happy. Fortunately, it looks like we're going to take some eminent domain here. Some playgrounds makes people happy. And you know, what could be more wrong with a playground next to the water? What a view. One thing we do need with all these is the public works facilities. So park maintenance people are important. I gotta make our park maintenance look nice. So look at them all out and out to make our parks look nice. At some point, our road maintenance depot will be important too. Once we get to about 5,000 people, start worrying about road maintenance and stuff. These are our bridges that we've got unlocked, our road types. It's always raining here in Los Rico. I feel like it rains here all the time. Quite the interesting build going, I'm not gonna lie. I'm liking how it's coming out. We got plans for the future. We're gonna head that way. So you guys are looking there. It's nice to look to see how much that area cost. So I can own for $300. You know, we're gonna buy it. We're gonna essentially it's gonna turn into a gigantic logging operation. That is what Los Rico has its size set on. It's just all kinds of forestry work. So we're gonna zone out this whole area. So you'll see me zone out areas that aren't that major area. So what we want to do here is we're actually gonna start our process sooner than we'd like. So as you'll see, we now have unlocked our industrial area. This is the Hawthorne logging area. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to start our sawmill operation. So you'll see me use these industrial roads. We're going to get some water in here first. We need water. So, what we're going to do is going to get a small industrial road. What we're going to do So what you see me do here is I'm kind of going around my trees. Obviously our population is just skyrocketing at this point. You're going to see me put sawmill there. And we also want a log yard. And I'm going to connect up my water. what that's going to do is that's going to create quite the logging area for us. So obviously what I'd like to do, see if I can fit another small tree plantation right there, and I can. Perfect. Boom. As you'll see, we got a bunch of palm trees. We're just apparently gonna farm palm trees, but as you can see, we are having exponential growth demand for residences. Keep up with demand. What I'm also thinking about doing is actually probably expanding out this way for our lumber area. Essentially at that point what that will do is that will farm in some workers to come work our area. We're gonna do beach. Beach looks better. So what we're doing now is we are starting our logging operation. See, look at all this traffic we already got going. We got sawmills operating, so we're getting plain timber, raw forest products. It's just the start of our operation. And you know what? Let's make the ability to walk. So, all right, we are definitely gonna be a mill town for a while. So Los Rico is gonna be booming. Oh, we don't want. So we haven't taken any loans. As you see, our farming industry, we're gonna get probably a lot of our money. Just because trees are just growing like crazy. So what you'll see me do on these weird intersections is I'll actually throw up a fence. So in snapping, we're gonna have all our snapping tools off. I can put this fence where I see fit. Now we kind of have a nice fence going around our property. Oh, we're gonna fill in with some landscaping. We're gonna put some palm trees. There we go. So obviously we're processing a lot. Like I said, I think we're gonna have to build our residential area. Good traffic flow, so we're sitting at probably 90% traffic flow. I think Rico. So what we're doing now is we're going to build our residential area. It's just a demand that Los Rico just can't get around anymore. Just can't. So we're going to do essentially a grid pattern. And you know, we're actually going to use this rock as a nice little go on to our community. So, I'm trying to do something unique. I don't want super vanilla, like, just box pattern. Hence why you'll see me doing these unique designs. Because I feel like it diversifies the game up a little bit. So we're going to throw some water over here. Because Los Rico is doing a huge... This is going to be a big subdivision. You know, we're going to do it in a big European area over here. We have a bunch of European people come in, and they want to be a part of Los Rico. And the city wants to diversify itself. So, Grove Square is going to be European. But we're going to European suburbia. And you know what? We're going to put some businesses here along the main drag. So I'm actually going to switch to our medium zoning tool and just kind of... Most of this I know is residential, so no point not doing it at this point. We're going to have to add some parks over here. So, you know what? We're gonna put volleyball court, basketball court. We're gonna have a dog park here. And let's throw. We're probably gonna want to throw an elementary school over here. Yeah, probably a high school. Our growth is there. Alright. So, let's check out our login site, see what we got going on. We need a little bit more workers. So, I think we're going to go on a sawmill. Or, you know what? Probably going to do some more timber storage, honestly. Okay, we have increased our area, so we got furniture superstore, furniture factory, small trapping farms, workers barracks. Okay. Biomass pellet plant. So what I'd like to do, saw that party invite from Michael Avery. What I'd like to do is that. And then I'm probably going to put another storage facility next to it. Probably some sawdust storage. So you guys see how I'm using these areas that aren't that great for growing trees to put collections of. And I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but trying to increase our traffic flow. So as you can see here, back to having that wonky area, we're gonna put a fence. And I think we're going to put a sapling farm. On this side. So we get good traffic flow here. So we got a bunch of storage facilities for our lumber, which that's going to be important with this. It's just simply, we're going to produce a lot of trees, a lot of forest materials. So we're going to want to think about putting that furniture factory sooner than later. So the furniture factory requires paper and wood, and we're producing both those. I want that to be somewhat close to our area. Luckily, we're just producing a bunch of timber right now, so like this is 72% full. They try to, so essentially with this, what they're going to do is they're going to fill these up. See, I got sawdust storage, I've got The whole purpose of building it this way was to help my traffic flow. Put stop signs here. So as you guys can see, traffic has picked up significantly. We want to treat this like a major road. So put stop signs there. We want through traffic just to go. As you guys can see, we're getting somewhere now. Ooh. See, City Skylines does do this to me. Put the necessary intersections in. So we've built our furniture factory. And this is where I'm going to call the stream, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next episode of Lost Rico.